Okay.
We used a football helmet originally.
Yeah.
Then they made this. Now let's see, Thompson, he's got carbine magazines for Thompson. That's a 19 M1A1. It's got the bull on the side. That's what we had at Los Alamitos, M1A1. See, the guy that put this together didn't realize that that was a carbine pouch. It wasn't a Thompson pouch. Thompson pouch is long because it carries 20 or 30 round sticks. Here's a BAR. First World War, BAR.
How can you tell?
Well, because that's how it was designed, 1917, 1919.
With the
was it?
handle?
1919. Well, that was because the barrel was so hot you couldn't grab it by the barrel.
Well, but what about this short piece of stock right there?
When you're running, you grab it by the top.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, here's the German SS uniform. Here's the tanker's helmet. There's radio communications.
What all the medals mean? What's this one? Panzer, Legion, and German Cross Wreath, which is.
I had an infantry badge. I don't know what I did with it.
And it's so funny because they give themselves all these medals and stuff, and it's not like they really kicked anybody's butt as it is, or here they just overpowered everybody,
Well,
and they snuck up on it, the little bastards.
no, that's the way you do it by wars. Here's ski. There's
Tank entrance. Wow.
ski troops. Walking
Yeah.
across ice. 10th Mountain Division.
Wow.
That was Italy.
What was in the end of these BAR stocks?
What do you mean?
What they have a little, looks like they have a little cover back there.
No, that's a plate you put up rest on top of your shoulder because they would fall down. It was a light machine gun. Had 20 rounds. 30-06.
Yeah. Yeah, that barrel would be hot. So let's go ahead and check out these tanks. Get my bottle back. Oh, sorry about that.
Tank, yard,
Yep. Right now, a second. Holy shit. That's what I'm talking about right there. Come on back, come on, there you go. Oh. Are you welcome? Yeah. Wow. Fun pick. Oh, yeah, here we go. Get rid of this bottle. Get rid of this. Recyclables. Okay, this is M60. This would have been a Bulldog.
you can go right inside of it.
Yeah.
Look, built like Chrysler. Diesel engine. Top speed 35. Donated by U.S. Marine Corps. Oh, this is where the turret went.
That one is huge. Well, look how big that track is. Look how huge that track is.
Oh, yeah. Did you think this thing could change it? Well, this is.
Damn.
This has got,
The bogies?
no, there's a certain type. You can drive.
A torsion bar, aren't they torsion bar bogies?
No, this, you can drive with the tread off.
No, you couldn't because
You
it
can, those are
was.
road wheels.
I know those are road wheels, but here's your power. right
Makes no
there.
difference. They hook into that, they switch a lever, hook into one of the drive axles.
And, 'cause I don't see, I mean, I hear what we're talking about. It could be one of the front ones.
Probably right up here,
I don't know if this can, Dad.
because it's.
Sure, I'll hear about it if you
The
can't.
Germans used those wheels, so the British, but they were great, and the Russians used them.
We'll come back
They
to
were
this.
road wheels.
M151A2? No. This is earlier.
Tell a lot by the windshield.
I can tell by the starter on the
You
clutch
see
pedal.
one-piece windshield?
Yeah.
That's after the Second World War.
Yeah.
Two-piece.
Yeah, the blackout markers are different. Wow.
Got the bigger headlights too.
And he's got like 2 or 3 buckets to catch, or other paint pans to catch oil. Put it back in
We
the
had a
engine.
whole bunch of these at the phone company. They bought from the Army, or they gave it to them.
Huh.
37 millimeter anti-tank gun.
Yeah.
Is that a German one or an American?
World War II type anti-tank gun. This is a Japanese.
Oh, Japanese anti-tank gun. 37 millimeter?
Japanese 47 millimeter.
Oh, 47.
One probably a big boy.
This one
You
here
know,
was
it's
made
brief-
by
the brief clock is
Crosby
the
and
close.
Willis. Can't remember. Here's all the pedals up here.
Yeah. Do they call these things mules?
Yeah, but what was it?
The mules, I think they call them.
1869. Oh, the bowling company drove 2-cylinder, 18 horsepower. Continental Hercules.
These, someone told me these came out of the, these were dug up out in the fields. From these are left over from when the tanks were out in the fields. Some of the workers here dug those up. And here's some models of tanks. Stigs, whatever they call those.
I'm trying to see how they managed to get on the truck. Or maybe it was horsepower.
Oh, G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. Some more tanks, models. Old models, somebody built a long time ago. Look at that one. The field howitzer, or whatever that is. It's a 109 millimeter, I don't know. Desert, it's dry. This place is open to the desert. Very hot and dry here. Little tank, little Panzer one. That I know. Let's go back to our narrator. Getting close to the cars. Wow, a little diorama. Little K5 Blazer right here. What's this right here?
39 or 40.
Well, look at the interior.
Well, no, they had the same body. I think this is a 40. I'm not positive. They're almost identical. The Cell had hidden headlights, the Cadillac had cow lights. It doesn't say what it is, does it?
Yeah, it's a Cadillac right here on the fender.
No, what year it is?
When the taillights tell you?
Huh?
When the taillights tell you if they were original?
They're almost identical.
So what are you gonna guess?
I would say 40, because it's got a steering column midship, but 39 had them too.
Oh, look at that dash. No radio. Oh, there is a radio, isn't there? No radio.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
What is that in the center? Oh, there's a radio in there. I don't know
Maybe it
whether-
had running board antennas, a lot of had antennas on the running board.
Oh, this is. Here's some pieces of track right here.
See?
What's that? Oh, hell yes. Oh hell. This is what I need for security around the house, right here.
See the antennas? It's remote.
Right, radio controlled. That's cool. What is he firing here? It looks lethal. It looks pretty lethal.
Probably 22s.
And fun at the same time. Look at those smoke launchers on it. Got some hatches. What is it? What's in there? Nothing. Shouldn't be doing that, but I'm gonna see. Oh, all the it's a metal, all metal. Right? My God. No, it's plastic. It's what is it? Yeah, it's metal. All these access doors to. Wow, that is so cool. It's like a miniature. What would they call this?
Advertisements, Patton Military Museum. So
I know it is, but what do you think? What kind of military vehicle would you think that would be for?
It's probably something someone made.
Yeah, cool though.
It's something like this would have been in any aircraft deal.
No shit.
See, this is the one thing you can tell too. Americans all put the stars on the back doors instead of front.
Yeah.
Now, Bradley had a later model. Bradley had a 41 Cat sedan. And MacArthur had a Packard. Well, so did Patton have a Packard.
So this is what we had. These we call those SWI and a halves, deuce and a halves. This is what we had. Salute.
There's a Dodge right there, a Chevy right there. What is it, Chevy?
Exactly what we drove.
Weapons carrier Dodge.
So wow, yeah, this is a cool vehicle. This must have had a 50 on the back, or
Could be a 50 or a 30.
it's a little stout for a 30. This was the old, what's the number on this?
1941
That was
Dodge.
a TI inspector. I should know.
Weapons carrier.
77. I know it's a 77. Where's your check? Drain your air tanks daily sign. It should be right there. It's on the other side. It's always the thing I used to get them on.
The old Dodge here too. From 1942.
Wow, this just goes on and on. This is what, 1942?
Cubic against 6 cylinder, used by stateside fire truck by the U.S. Army.
Oh, look at that turret.
Got a little siren. Yeah, this is definitely a truck in progress.
It was 1968, yeah. So this is what we had, is these
58,
M35A2s, yeah. This is a 68.
68.
I mean, we had, yeah, there was no sign of them. Some of them only had like 20,000 miles on them. What's that?
Oh, it's got a 276 in it.
That's cool. This thing has seen better days.
And that's got the original 1942 license plates on it.
And well, it probably only has like 5,200 miles on it.
Well, this can't be 42 plate because the truck's a 50.
There's
2.5 cents is GMC.
Second World War stuff right here. And here's a turret for M60A1 turret.
Oh, it's got that channel light here. searchlight.
Yeah, I never ever got that. Look at that breech on this son of a bitch. Man.
There's a platform.
Well, it's, yeah, that's the basket, the turret basket.
Yeah. The guy that designed this is the one that designed all the towers on the phone company trucks. The ones that curve and
Yeah.
Edison. Here's where the shells go right here.
Yeah, the rounds are all locked away.
And this is what Jerry did. I don't think he drove. I think he was in the turret. Boy, that's got to be noisy inside.
That's like an armor.
Woo!
And so you could have one guy there. One, so your commander was right there. There's your commander's seat. There's your gunner's seat. This is your loader seat.
Yeah.
And your loader, let's see, they would have a coaxial 50 cal on that side. Or no, right here they would have it. There's the rack for it. A coaxial 50 right there.
Where's that seat over there?
There's a seat right here for the commander,
Yeah.
and there's a seat over there for the loader, or for the shooter. And the driver would be
Smoke grenades.
yeah, the driver would be in the hull.
Yeah. M60A1.
And here's the hull. Man, it's a monster. Look how, I mean, look at my hand, how wide those, let's get back down here. My hand, how wide these tracks are. Let's go up here and see. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is, yeah, and what do you see? Or what?
This is where the 50 was up here.
Yeah. See where the driver was here. All the gauges. Got some telescoping slits up there. I don't know how you probably underneath there we can get them. M60. Gee, thanks, Dad. On the way, I don't kill myself. Like the ladder I sold on crate. Yeah, that's what I just said.
There's the lands and grooves out of the barrel. And this is to take the vibration out of the barrel.
Well, it doesn't have a, they have the rifling. It doesn't have a muzzle brake unless this is what this is. For the gases. I don't know. There's a smoke. Here you can come up. You can see everything. I'm going to go up there. Yeah. Yep. It's kind of cool inside out. Turret. I don't want you climbing in there. Kind of cool. See the slits the commander would look out of. I was pretty, I had some space in there, Dad. That was actually kind of roomy.
What's that?
Yeah, the driver's compartment. That is huge.
That's a heavy tank.
Yeah.
I wonder if it had what engines it had.
It's a Continental turbocharged diesel, 750 horsepower. The AVDS 1792 AV V12. It's a V12. Top speed 35 miles per hour on a good day with a good back wind to your back. Okay, now the good stuff. Let's go check out this good stuff here. How much time I got left? How much good? Oh, it's a fire and riot control. Oh, another M60.
Yeah, I guess I would have riot control with that.
We build tanks just good enough.
See, there's Christie wheel. That's got Christie wheels.
Right, with no idlers on top. Like the bogies over there on the M60.
There's a duck over there. See the duck?
Oh yeah.
That's out back over there.
Well, we're gonna make our way around here. Let's go down. There's a record like I used to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's over here.
deuce and a half. Another deuce and a half. Another deuce and a half.
There's a bomb truck right there.
Looks like they use that for target practice.
What's
That M60 right there. Yeah, it looks like it's taking some rounds. Well, but they were happy to get this out of their front yard, huh? Don't need it. It is not as DUK. That's what they called it. So, is this a deuce and a half? Yeah, see, yeah, they're using those for parts, and looks like they were used for target practice. We look at the good side. Yeah. That's an M62.
Yeah, it is.
They were out there probably using for target practice. Oh. Just keep off. I mean, I don't think this one is set up to drive any of these wheels. I don't think you can with the M60 unless that drops down. There's a drive right there. Then I would believe it. But man, that track is something on these. Look at that stuff again. They got the all new rubber pads sitting there ready to put on. They just need some poor sucker like volunteer like me to put them on. They just take every one of those nuts loose, and you can see every one is either rusted or been damaged by rocks, getting jammed. Some of these were used probably in the desert warfare, mostly out here though. I bet they were used out in this that was a big training field out here. There's the back of that duck. They got those in all cities now. By the cities with water access next to ocean and lakes, they use that for tourists to load them up on that and go take them into the water and try and sink the boat by overloading it. Church services are held out here when it was a training grounds. So sometimes there are churches out here. That's cool though. Guess you can have a wedding here. Great place for a wedding if you're a military. Another M60 tank monkey bars. Must be for training purposes only, I guess. And these could have been used for target practice, who knows? I know they're purpose built for something. I imagine they were probably had fabric cover them, and looks like they did, because you can see how some of the bars bent up to hold the fabric high over it so it doesn't sink in when it rains. Yeah, I would say that that's what they did with those. They filled them with canvas and they used them as target practice. Kind of got the same silhouette as a Panzer One. Okay, Dad's finally want to go see my record. This is what I drove when I was serving our country, fighting in the beer wars of Germany, 1971 to 1974. Been many hours in this seat, unloading radio relay rigs from trains onto deuce and a halves. This is a killer winch and back. This is a 50,000 pound winch. And I found out that the, come here, Dad, I'm gonna tell you a story. Come here. I'm gonna teach you something. Well, we are. So this is a winch, a rear winch. It's like, it's rated at whatever your shear pin is rated at. Yeah. Okay, shear pin's right underneath there. Yeah. So I was pulling a deuce and a half filled with cable and wire out of a muddy field about 50 yards away. I run this thing out, and I broke the shear pin on one pull. He was buried up to his axle. So I put a stainless bolt in that, and that now I have no shear pin. I'm pulling it out, and that cable breaks. And I tell everybody to jump on the truck before I start pulling. And they were saying, why? Well, that cable broke, and we were in a farmer's field. It completely, like a giant edger, weed eater, leveled on both sides of the truck. Oh, yeah. But I got that sucker out of there. Yeah, this was the good old days. Yeah, I spent many a time on the back of one of these.
Now the guys who built the phone company, boom, they're the ones who build them.
Well, this is all on a rotator. Yeah. And this is the famous oil tank. This is a famous oil tank that was off my truck being repaired the night that I accidentally hit the button and put all the hydraulic fluid in this one hose that was hanging like this onto an MP who was dressed in his whites. Oh, yeah. And then he pulled his .45 out and threatened to shoot me.
Dressed in his whites?
Yeah, he was traveling with the GPs, with the German police at the time.
They had white uniform?
They had whites, complete whites. All whites. Now it's all whites and reds. Yeah, I spent many hours. This has got a hard top on it. I had a hard top on mine. Those are hard as steel. And these didn't have heaters. They had something in there that says it was a heater. It wasn't a heater, so we had to steal heaters out of a tank to get enough heat. Now, we had a winch in front, but that thing never worked because we never took care of it because it was in the front of the truck. We spent most of our time in the back. But it got me out of one or two situations.
Diesel, huh?
Yeah, these did. I think I had a white. Yeah, mine was M5483. I think it was, this is rated at 10. Mine was rated at 5 on the cab. Same back end, same rotator on the back.
250 coming. That's all I'm used to that. These are all the guys over here.
Is there what?
These are the different units that were stationed here.
Oh, that we're all trained here?
Yep.
Where we're at. Okay. Okay.